Here to present tonight's Alumni Award of Distinction, please welcome Associate Professor in the Department of Journalism, Dr. Marcia Della Justina.
How's everybody doing? Everybody having a good time? Pretty impressive, very impressive. I see some of my students here. I see Sam Gordon. I see a bunch of you. Wow, excellent. All dressed up, looking great. Excellent. I'm honored this year to present the Alumni, I got to read this because make sure it's right, the Alumni Award of Distinction recipient, Maria Stephanos, my Maria Stephanos, and she's all of ours. She's amazing. She actually earned her 2 degrees here at Emerson. She has a degree in TV production, and then she came and got her master's in broadcast journalism with me, and that's where I met her. Now she's one of the most distinguished and highly regarded journalists, not only in our area, but the entire country. She's been wonderful. And day one, Maria walked into my classroom. Wow. She was feisty, she was nosy, she questioned everybody. Then she took over. She even took over me, and that's pretty hard to do. But she was in charge. One example was that she heard about a rally in Washington, D.C. So she ordered her classmates to get into her junky car, and I mean junky, and she drove it all night to D.C., and she interviewed all of the leaders at the rally, and she came back so proud. Look what I did, and showed me her video, and I said, oh, Maria, you can't wear jeans as a reporter, you can't wear sunglasses, and you can't look like you're a part of the rally. She was devastated, but she learned and she changed. Then a year later, I took the class every year in April to Washington, and we met the newsmakers as well as those who covered the newsmakers. So we went to the White House, and we met with Helen Thomas, who was a big correspondent for UPI in those days. And she started to question Helen, and Helen didn't like her question. And she said, I'm not going to answer that. Well, that didn't put Maria off. She was persistent. She was like the pit bull on the back of Helen's jacket. Oh my gosh, she kept it up and up. Finally, Helen had to answer her and almost refused to take a picture with us. But that's who Maria was. She wasn't about to let an opportunity go by without finding out what the truth was, what it was really all about. And she started her career as a State House reporter for radio, particularly WBUR radio. And then she went on to move into television in Providence, Rhode Island. And then here, what we used to call Fox 25, now it's called Boston 25. And she was the anchor there on the nightly news, the 10 o'clock news. And one night I had an out-of-body experience because I would watch her, of course, and I would also call her on the phone and tell her, I didn't like that story that way you wrote it, or I really liked that story, or why don't you try this? And I really didn't like your outfit. And I think your hair looks great, but, or your hair looks great tonight. So one time I was watching, and Mike Beaudet graduated with her, and I thought I was back in 1992. All of a sudden, there's Maria and Mike actually anchoring the news, and I'm there watching them. And it was just, as I said, an out-of-body experience. So I called on the phone, because the assignment manager by now knew me by name, because I was always calling at night. And I said, tell them, I'm freaking out. It's like 1992. Well, within minutes, Maria called back with a message, and she said, yes, it's just like the old days. Don't you love it? And I was like, why are you sending a message when you're on the news right now? I don't know how she accomplishes with everything that she's done. But everybody loved Maria. She was a leader. She was an organizer. She got the class to go and cover the city. And she covered such incredible things. You'll remember these because she's so connected with them. John Kennedy Jr.'s plane crash, 9/11 here and in Washington, D.C. It didn't stop her. She flew there to cover it. The Boston bombings, the marathon bombings here. She hung in with that story while we all huddled in our homes. She was out there reporting about it. And the deaths of Senator Ted Kennedy and Mayor Tom Menino, who loved Maria. It makes me so teary because she was as hard on him as she was on any other politician, but he loved her because she told the truth and she told the stories. But enough on death and destruction. The ones that she had fun with were the Red Sox World Series, the Patriots Super Bowls, and my favorites are when she does her stories about the personal challenges that people face and how they overcame them and how they're dealing with them. And she's such a proud Emersonian. She has helped us in so many ways. She's never really left the school. She's done promo tapes for us. She has sat on panels. She's mentored students. She's mentored people who just graduated, and especially interns. And one personal note, there's a senior who's graduating on Sunday, Ross Ketchke, and a lot of, yeah. And Ross has been the managing editor for EIV. He's been the co-news director for WEBN. And last summer, he interned at Channel 5. And Maria took him under her wing. And she worked with him on his writing. And in September, he was hired as a part-time writer at Channel 5. So all year, he's been working there while taking all his classes here. And in 2 weeks, Ross will be a reporter for the Hearst station in Plattsburgh, New York. And this is all thanks to Maria, of all the work that she's done with him. Yep. But just don't take it from me. There are so many others, we're going to hear from them right now, who love Maria and know Maria well.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome tonight's hosts, Matt Spiegel and Maria Stephanos.
For the past 10 years, the EVVY Awards has saluted student excellence at Emerson College in television, radio, film, and broadcast journalism.
I think what's unique about Emerson is just people and their energy. And Maria has so much of that energy, and she's had it from day one, and she still has it.
She's a storyteller. She's a story gatherer, and what I mean is if she sees a story and she likes it, she'll do it.
Hello, everybody. Maria Stephanos.
She may have an off switch, but we don't see it here. We don't see it out in the community.
Anchors have come and gone in this market, and Maria is the one constant that just really stands out.
The best anchors are those who are the same in person as you see them on the air. And Maria cannot hide that laugh.
My favorite thing about my mom is her excitement for life. You know, whether it's her work, whether it's being a mother, whether it's cooking or running or anything, she just completely throws herself into whatever she's really passionate about and whatever she truly cares about.
That conveys in the work she does as a journalist, and I think that's why she's so relatable to people and why the audience just loves her.
Now, anyone can read a teleprompter and tell you what the news is, but Maria feels the news. Maria knows the news. Maria doesn't read you the news. Maria reaches through the screen and delivers you the news.
What sets her apart is somebody who not only sets a goal, but then methodically goes about trying to achieve it. And that is true in every aspect of Maria's life and her career.
She's been in this industry for 20 plus years, and it's just incredible the amount of momentum that she carries with everything she does and just how hardworking she is.
I think the stories that really stand out with Maria are the stories about people. And she finds these characters in the community that you might just walk past and not necessarily think there's a story there, but she always finds this unique story.
She got to where she is by just hard work. She's talented too, make no mistake about that. And she probably learned a lot of that here at Emerson.
My mom's position, especially in this industry, is so unique just because you don't get to see a lot of, older women within roles of power, such as, being a news anchor in a major city.
The type of journalism that she does, it's not just sitting at the anchor desk. She likes to go out into the field. She likes to make those community connections. She likes to tell people's stories. And I really think she's one of the best storytellers, not only in the Boston market, but in television news.
Celebrity interviews all the way to some very serious and thoughtful journalism, that's indicative of the range that she has that makes her extraordinary.
She's a super team player. She really is. She's the real thing.
But above all of that, She's a caring, loving person who sits here every night and makes this ride a heck of a lot of fun.
This is unbelievable, off the charts tonight. I love it. I love being part of all of this.
Maria, you are one of my oldest friends, and I think it's so fitting that Emerson is honoring you.
I couldn't have asked to grow up around someone more empowering, inspiring, hardworking, just overall, just such an incredible quality human being. I feel so lucky to be your daughter and, you know, to be able to call you my mom. So yeah, thank you.
Maria, congratulations, and I'm glad you're on our team. You're the best.
So Maria, congratulations.
Maria, when I remember I was in college, a friend of mine said to me, we know we will have made it when we're asked to come back to speak at our own school. Well, you've exceeded that tonight. This award is truly an honor for you, and I send you my congratulations on behalf of everybody here at Channel 5. You earned it, you deserve it. Congratulations, Maria Stephanos.
So help me welcome Maria Stephanos.
Hold that prompter right there. Did you? No, I'm telling them to hold it. Did you really need to share all of those stories?
I actually kept the other ones
Good.
just privately. I kept those. The ones when you would yell at me because...
Never!
Yeah, because you wanted to do something different.
Maybe.
And then the ones that you yelled at the students in the class.
Never did that!
Like, oh yes, like Tom Lowell, who now is vice president of Fox News Channel.
Well, that might be true.
Yes. Mike Beaudet was a big one that you would yell at too. But the list
And we're
goes
friends
on.
to this day.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But it was a great class. It was one of my... It was. It was one of my favorite classes to teach. It was great. Anyway, it's your moment, not mine.
Thanks, Marcia.
It's your moment. And I promise I won't call this week and critique you.
Oh, stay right there. I have a few things to say about you. First of all, I am speechless, which, as you have just shared with this entire audience, that's not easy to do. And I really would not be up on this stage if it were not for that woman. I would not be sitting on that anchor desk at the news leader if it was not for that woman. Dr. Marcia Della Justina. You weren't just my teacher, you became my friend.
And you become my daughter.
You pushed me, you loved me, you got frustrated with me, you told me I talked too fast, you told me my hair was too long, on a daily basis. I actually did an interview with Bill Clinton. You know who he is, right? I do the interview with President Clinton, emails me and says, "I'm so proud of you, that was amazing, next time stand up straighter." You were my Emerson, Marcia.
So sweet, and you're making me cry.
No, I don't think we could make you cry.
Yeah, no, you can.
Marcia has put more people in this business than anybody. And I got that here from Emerson College. And I am eternally grateful to you, Marcia. I love you.
And I love you, too.
I love you.
I love you, too.
All right, go back in the prompter just a little bit. Come on, I know a prompter. Thank you. Thank you, Emerson College, for this awesome honor. Not this, but the honor and the privilege of standing before you today. And here's what makes it even better. This woman who actually came out tonight, I thought you'd be on videotape. You're live in the flesh, and that means a lot to me. But here's what makes this even better. All right, Isabella, stand on up. I don't care. She's a film director. She has no interest in this attention stuff. That is my daughter, Isabella Maria Stephanos. She is a junior at Emerson College. Thank you very much. And she will be a film director, and she will be standing on this stage. Come on now, pay attention. I'm your mother. She will be standing on this stage someday. I am so proud of you, Isabella. I love you. And I'm so glad you came to this school. So, my dad actually went to Emerson way back in the day. He's 82 years old. He loved theater. He was beautiful. Dark hair, ridiculously good looks, this deep voice. And he never graduated, and that was one of his biggest regrets. But even back then, my dad knew that this was a very special place to be. So when I went to UMass Amherst in 1984, 26,000 students, 200 kids in each classroom. As soon as I went there, I said, I can't stay here. I lasted a year and a half. I didn't want to be a number. So you know what I did? I transferred to my dad's school. I transferred to Emerson, and guess what? I was no number because people who go here to Emerson College are not numbers. Are you? You're not. You're special. So the second I started at this college, I became me. How many of you feel that way? I know it. I know it. Emerson College let me be me. So thank you, Emerson. Thank you, Marcia. I was loud. I was really loud. I'm still kind of loud. My hair was bad, and my hair's still really not that great. It depends. If I get it blown out, it's all right. You know what the worst thing is? Hold that prompter. Is the back of my hair. It's horrible. So you see that jib right there? Whenever the jib flies around back to the back, that's not a good look. This is what works. So, why did it work? I was all of those things. Why did it work? Because I loved news. I loved reporting. I lived for it. My first real gig, 88.9 ERS. That's right. And we had this machine that came from the Associated Press, and you could hear the ticker, and then the news alerts would fall on the ground. And I was alive. I just thought that was the greatest noise and sound and environment I had ever been in. And those alerts would drop down, and I would rush over, and my heart was pounding, and there was breaking news, and I knew that this is where I needed to be. And I was not good. I'm telling you right now, I was not good. And even on ERS, I talked so fast, you could not understand me. No, I was, Maria Stephanos, terrible, but I didn't care. I was doing what I loved. And isn't that everything? Yes, you can clap for that, because you are all doing what you love. One of my first classes at Emerson was with Steve Sprazier. He was this amazing reporter at Channel 5, where I am now. And I walked into his class, and he sat up there, and he put up all of these scanners, 5 scanners, and blared them up, and he said, okay, there's a 5-alarm fire in Somerville, people are trapped, it's a multifamily building, and he went through all the details, all of these things. And I raised my hand and I said, because as Marcia told you, I'm really not afraid of anything, except for Marcia. I raised my hand and I said, I'm sorry, could you turn those scanners down, please, and slow down, because I'm trying to take notes. And he laughed, and he turned them up even louder. And he kept screaming out those facts. Welcome to the real world, Maria Neonakis. She made me change my name. I mean, I got married to a wonderful man who's over there. Hi, Dale. It's his name.
Yeah, but I couldn't say your name.
She said she couldn't say my name. She kept messing it up, so she made me change my name.
I'm sorry.
It's all right, I love you. It works. So it's that real world experience that fills you up, right? And you're getting that right now. You're getting it right now. Doesn't matter what year you're in. You're getting it, and it's going to prepare you for life. I actually can't write a script unless those scanners are blaring or there's some kind of noise out there, so I appreciate that. I did everything you could do at Emerson. Stop the prompter right there, just so you know. I never went to Emerson. You know how you have beauty queens? Are there any beauty queens in this audience? Ha, that was funny. Stand up, because you just said you're a beauty queen. Come on, that was funny. I see you. Yeah, go ahead, stand up. You raise your hand, you show who you are, the real beauty queen that you are. So, no offense taken. But you know how beauty queens, they stand up there and they do this? I want to be a news anchor. I never wanted to be a news anchor. Never. I wanted to be rap. They just give me a rap signal. Is that real? Wow. All right, thank you very much, everybody. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm not. I got a few more. It's not that much longer. I did everything at Emerson I could possibly do. I wrote, I edited, I did audio, I cut film, I took still shots, I directed, I produced, and I shot my own video with cameras. I loved to shoot. I loved it. All right. One day I thought it would be brilliant to execute this amazing shot for one of Marsha's packages, right? I check out the camera, I take the camera. Remember, I'm almost 53 years old. We had heavy cameras back then. I took the camera and I thought, this is gonna be brilliant. I'm gonna take that camera and I'm gonna point it right into the sun, and then I'm gonna pan it down to the ground. Well, do you know what these big cameras had inside of them? Who knows? Tubes. You know what happens when you shoot up into the sun with the tubes? They burn. The entire camera. So I went to the depot, and was the woman there named Nancy? Nancy, see? Okay, here's why I'll never forget her name. I went there, and they had to turn the camera on to make sure that you were doing everything right. So I turned the camera on, and she said, this isn't working. And she said, I know, Rap, I know. You burned the tube. You burned the tube. It's $20,000. Okay, I was a waitress at Cheers. Do you think I had $20,000? No, I did not. But I apologized profusely, and then I kept trying to talk Nancy out of charging me $20,000, and I did. And I thought, this communication thing might be working out a little bit better than this whole shooting thing. I think I'm gonna go in front of the camera because I did an okay job, you know, getting myself out of the $20,000 bill. So I broke the camera, I didn't have to pay the bill, and that's the way it goes. And that began my 25 plus years of journalism and this journey, and everything I learned at Emerson has made me what I am today. All right, you guys want me to wrap, so forget all my killing the Pope and sneezing and coughing on the air. Let me see what else I did. Do you want me to tell the Pope story? Yeah. It's pretty good. All right. Scroll back on that prompter just a little bit. I appreciate that. So I was at Fox. You can keep it right there. That's perfect. So I was at Fox, and I was there, and I had an earpiece, an IFB in my ear, and the Pope, right, was about to die. So the producer gets in my ear and says, Fox News is reporting the Pope is dead. Go with it. So I couldn't look at my phone to check New York Times, anything, just to check. That's what you guys do, because we didn't have phones back then. So I had to go with it, and I didn't feel good about it. Good evening, everybody. I'm Maria Stephanos. I'd like you to know we have some breaking news. The Pope has died, and I don't even think the D came out of the word died, and they're back in my ear saying, the Pope's not dead. The Pope's not dead. I'd like to make a correction. The Pope has not died. It's imminent, but he's not dead. We'll be right back. That's honest to God what happened. When we came back from commercial break, what do you think happened? He was dead. If they had only waited the 2 minutes and 30 seconds so we could get it right. But my point in telling you that story is that I've made a million mistakes, a million. I've had buttons pop off, I've sneezed, I've coughed, I've done everything. But this lady right here told me that that's okay. That's how you learn. And go back and do it again, and go back and do it better. And the things she taught me are the things that I like to teach people like you out there. Where's Ross? Are you not here?
Oh, and I talked about him. He's not even here?
Horrible. He's probably writing. No, he's working.
At Channel 5, yeah.
People like Ross, people like all of you. I don't care if you do journalism or film or all the wonderful, awesome things that are here. I want you to know, no matter what, you're going to do it. In life, you're going to do it. Whoever you are, whatever you're doing, trust me as I stand here today with this great, great honor. You're going to be whatever it is you want to be. Make it happen. For me, for you, for the school. I was sitting up there watching this production, so impressed. The hosts are killing it. Love them. Love them. I love everything. These backstage people, are you kidding me? They are working their asses off. I know it's ridiculous, but both my son is here too. Hi, Liam. And my daughter, and I don't swear in front of my kids. I really don't. But I just swore, so my apologies. Oh, I shouldn't swear in front of Marcia. I just looked over, I said, oh my God. I know. Marcia, all of you from the bottom of my heart, thank you for this. For making me so proud to go to this unique, amazing college. Thank you. One more thing. I know it says wrap. Just so you know, I haven't had teleprompter for the past 5 minutes or so. Well, I did, but it was scrolling fast. You have changed the lives of so many of us. You put us in places that you believed we could be. And because of that, that's where we are. Thank you, Marcia Della Justina. Thank you, Emerson College. Love you all.